Welcome to Comedians Interviewing Musicians. You're listening to the audio version of the live streaming vodcast from Austin, Texas. This is Season 3, Episode 35, brought to you by Tap Brewing Co-op, recorded on April 17th, 2018, live from the Music Firsthand studio with hosts BeckiJo Neill and Louise Flandes. Our musical guest is Oso. But first, did you know you can get access to exclusive bonus videos, photos, merch, secret invites, your own spotlight on the show, and more? Starting as low as $1 a month. Grab your exclusives and join our community of patrons that make this show possible. Sign up at CIMP.live. That's CIMP.live. Thank you for supporting local live music. And now, brought to you by Music Firsthand and their live music booking app, here's Comedians Interviewing Musicians.
Welcome to Music Firsthand. I'm BeckiJo Neill.
I'm Luis Flandes.
Yeah, and we're live from Chris Petrovka's backyard at the Music Firsthand studio. Give it up. Got a lovely studio audience here. Thanks for joining us. Our sponsors tonight, Tap, as per usual.
Tap. I'm drinking the Kung Fu Robot IPA right now. It's really delicious.
It's a combination of dreaming and thinking of it.
I'm dreaming.
I'm dreaming of the Long Walk Fourth Tap IPA, the Grapefruit IPA. It's my favorite. I say it every week, but it's my fave. Super into that. If you guys are streaming now, ooh, he's got the Kung Fu grip too. Well, you can't see him yet, but it's a surprise. He has the Kung Fu grip. If you guys are streaming from our YouTube page, be sure to like and subscribe. Comment throughout the stream. Ask us questions. The weirder, the better. It's super exciting. We also have merch available on our website. Our Patreon page, please follow that so you can help support us. That would be dope. We'd appreciate it. But without any further ado, we'd like to introduce you to our musical guest tonight, Oso Diablo.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
Doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. It's a beautiful day out.
So I have a podcast, and one of the things is I've learned is to always bring gifts to the podcast. So I brought 2 gifts for you guys.
Oh my gosh.
Brought us a gift.
I brought. So first of all,
I'm excited.
Oh, thank you.
brought you copies of my EP.
Sick.
It's called Brothers Keeper.
There we go.
It just came out first week of February.
Shout out. Thank you so
Thank you
much.
very
and
much.
that's my actual chest. So
I was
going to
say that's beautiful artwork.
There you go. That actually, we have in our audience today Eric Axel from Triple Crown Tattoo, who's
Shout out.
the person who did that artwork.
Right on, man.
Thank you, Eric
Yeah.
Axel. It's
Good
beautiful.
times.
Yeah.
And the other gift is,
The gift of friendship.
Yeah.
The gift of
Well,
friendship
that's
that
the
keeps
second
on
one.
giving.
Boom.
Good old.
This is friendship right here.
It's
Okay,
true.
yeah.
Let's pour out some bourbon.
Deal.
I second that.
You kept to
They're
christen the
not
pot
yet
the
sponsored by
podcast.
Evan Williams, but that's about to change.
We're looking for it. In
Soon.
partnership with Tap,
Soon we'll just keep drinking
Thank
it and
you.
hope it comes.
right?
Yes.
Why not?
Thank you.
This is also Dream King. Dream King. Alrighty. Thank you, sir. And a cheers.
There's more. I don't know if how aggressive you guys plan on getting during
Oh.
this. But,
Cheers. Let's hear some
Salud.
music, y'all.
all right.
Cheers to the first song.
Allow me to put the cap back on this.
Safety first.
So when I moved to Austin, my ex-girlfriend and I broke up on a Saturday. So then we were already going around the country, and I was in California at the time. And on Sunday, I drove from San Francisco to Las Vegas, and then Monday I drove from Las Vegas to Albuquerque, and Tuesday I drove from Albuquerque to Austin, Texas. It's a couple years ago, and 2016. And I got here with my guitars, my boxes, and I started looking for a place to live. By Wednesday, I already had my Texas plates and my Texas driver's license. I knew I wanted to come here and play music. So I told a story to a man who was about 85 years old, who had a house in South Austin. He was renting a side house at his house. And he looked at me and he said, "I don't know what makes young men go do this kind of thing, but they always have and they always will." So I didn't rent the house from him, but I did write the song. It's called Always Will. Golden sunshine at my back, I hit the road, forgotten track. Pavement forgives the passing kind. except when Johnny's shadow flies. I don't know what makes young men do this kind of thing. They always have and they always will. I don't know what makes young men do this kind of thing. But they always have and they always will. I cross the road, I cry the sin. My father's shadows crawl again. Life's fast, hot, bittersweet, and cruel. Build me a mountain so I can watch it from the pool, yeah. I don't know what makes young men do this kind of thing. They always have and they always will. I don't know what makes young men do this kind of thing. But they always have and they always will. You lay it down with all you've got. Hope someone pretty picks it up. The soul forgives the drunken dusk. A violent flashing comes and sweeping from the past, yeah. I don't know what makes young men do this kind of thing. They always have and they always will. I don't know what makes me go do this kind of thing. Always have and I always will.
All right.
Thank you.
Wow, what an opener. That was the best, like, lounge beginning of that song ever. It was like Long Walk to the Park. It's not a song about him, but didn't rent a room from him, but I did write a song about him forever.
Does he know that? Did you ever send him like a copy of the song or something?
Yeah, so I found him. My dad came to visit, and we randomly, I was walking my dog, Muddy Waggers, and we randomly found this guy in the street, and I remembered him because it was around, the same neighborhood. It's actually kind of far from I live about a mile from him, so it's far to, walk your dog. But and I talked to him about it, and he knows about it. And there's actually in my Instagram story, if you scroll back, I got a few months, it's there. I took a picture with him. Yeah.
Nice, right on. Because I do stand up, and there's always my coworkers at work. They're like, don't write any jokes about us, and I'm like, well, don't get any more interesting.
Yeah, like stop being funny.
Yeah.
Don't be
the
inspirational.
The part is they're really boring, and I'm like, I'm never gonna bring you up in my jokes at all.
Do they even? If they show up, they tell them you got to show up to find out.
Yeah,
that's true. You can trick them into seeing your shows. You have to come, or else I'll make jokes about you.
Exactly, that's a good point.
It's like a veiled threat. You moved here. In your bio on your website, it talks about your little journey to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
You came to Austin to get more acclimated with the music scene. Do you want to talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I've lived. I'm kind of from nowhere and from everywhere at this point. I grew up in Santiago, Chile, and I moved. I've lived in Germany, in New York, in California, Oregon, and now in Texas. And I'm at the point where the road is home, and it's kind of like the I don't know what makes young men go do that kind of thing song. And I wanted to come play the blues. I started going to Mississippi every year a few years back, getting really into the blues, and I wanted to come be here and be in the scene. And there's no better place in the country that I've seen where you can get a ton of mileage, a ton of exposure. Basically, if you're willing to put in the work. There's plenty of stages and places where you can do your craft.
Right.
So
live music capital of the world. You know how it is.
Yeah. Well, it's
we try.
Right. It's true.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, the flip side of that, it's extraordinarily difficult to make any money from music. Because there's so much supply, right? A lot of people come here, and the talent here is incredible. But for somebody like me, it's enabled me to be around people who are incredibly talented and learn and soak it up as much as I can. I mean, I met Carl Weathersby, my mentor, who's a Chicago Blues Hall of Famer, played with Albert King, and he taught me a lot about the blues and the feeling and playing the guitar. And I met him because he just unfortunately moved to Atlanta, Georgia, but he was here.
You've talked a lot about your connections with other musicians, and we're gonna talk about it because it's really cool and it's sitting at the corner. I don't know if y'all can see it on the cast, but he has this incredible guitar that he has made that, according to your website, you make them only for like people you collaborate with and the musicians that inspire you.
Yeah, I don't sell them. I get
Amen.
depressed when I start thinking about how much time I put into them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all my guitars are with people who have taught me stuff, who I played with, and I tell them I don't make wall pieces. I'll make you a guitar if you either tour with it or record with it. And
It's a deal.
Yes. I actually found out that giving them away is a bad idea. You have to. The best deal is when you work with somebody to co-design it, and then they pay for the parts, and I build a guitar.
That makes sense.
So it's not like just like a Secret Santa thing where you're just like there's a dollar limit, so I just made you something, and then it's this priceless.
Exactly.
No,
Not
this
quite,
is special.
But yeah, I've kept a few of them. I mean, this one right here that I'm currently holding, I kind of made. It's it's the neck was CNC'd by a company, and I made the body and designed all this. This is a great company in Austin called Armadillo. This guy Michael Slobboom, who's awesome. He's a guy that lives in the north side of town. Has been doing this for decades and decades, and he hand machines really cool guitar parts. So these are like real brass, heavy knobs. And
Holy shit! Wow.
And real copper plate, and it kind of gives it a.
Oh no, we have a
Man
light
just
down.
and
Man
that's
down.
okay. I got it.
Tech. No.
It's a fan. That
Yeah,
just
but I
wants
love to
give you a
design.
hug.
I love to come up with weird stuff. And like you said, I brought one of the weird ones that I made out of gasoline can because it's why not?
Where did you learn how? Like, did you self-taught?
I made my first electric guitar when I was 14. My friends relentlessly made fun of me because it costs more at the end of the day than a store-bought guitar.
Well, yeah.
And but I suck real bad at the guitar back then. Not that I'm amazing right now, but I've definitely I'm still very much a beginner. But I've gotten I've worked on the craft and gotten sucked a little bit less every day.
There we go. That's it's the climb.
Yeah.
There we go.
And about a few years ago, it's like 4 years ago now, I saw a post in a blog called Art of Manliness, which I appreciate, and they talked about how to make a cigar box guitar. So I did that, and from there I've made over a dozen guitars now between electric guitars. I'm about to build my first acoustic. I don't have the best shop space right now, but. I've made a bunch of guitar. And this one, the one that I'm going to play for the next song, actually I made in an afternoon, Sunday afternoon, about 3 weeks ago.
Wow. It's been super. I had creeped on it on Instagram like I have to for everything. And I was like, that's so cool. My brain was blown. I don't understand. I can't build anything.
I'm terrible with
it's
my
amazing.
hands.
It's amazing. So the world is so awesome today. You can learn so much by just going to YouTube.
It's true.
There's
That's true, yeah.
how did Albert King play this one riff in that one concert in 1955? There's some dude in his bedroom in Iowa who's going to explain it to you. And then how to make XYZ guitar. People share a lot of knowledge, and that's enabled people to nerd out and stuff that they used to have to really dedicate decades to a craft to learn,
That's why there are 13-year-olds who don't wear purple eyeshadow anymore. And that it took me until I was 21 to figure out my damn eyebrows. That's why.
See, there you go.
YouTube. Had YouTube existed when I was prepubescent, there would have been a lot less embarrassing high school pictures. But no.
Then you wouldn't be as good a comedian now.
That's true. Suffering suffering helps. Just like the blues, suffering brings on art. Do you want to play your amazing gas can guitar song for us?
Sure, let's do it.
Sweet.
I haven't actually seen it, so this is
It's
like
really
a reveal
cool.
for me as well. Like, oh,
It's so cool.
Yeah, so we can
Oh,
chat
hell
about it
yeah.
for a second. It's make sound. So that's a win. So this is a gasoline can. I got it here, Room Service Vintage, which is my favorite vintage shop in town, up on North Loop.
nice. Yeah,
You guys
yeah,
been
Room
there?
Service.
Yeah. And this is a real, harmonica. Obviously, this is a company called Victory Pickups that makes these. And this is a curtain dowel. So this is from people have this. You probably all have one of these in your closet. So if you don't, if you have an extra one and not enough clothes not enough clothes to hang, you can make a guitar out of it. So this is.
well, I'm renting right now, so I think they'd hold that against.
they would frown upon that. You're
I'd be
saying?
like, but I made a guitar though. And
Yeah,
they're like, you're
no?
still paying for it.
Yeah, they're actually not that much. It's literally just a round piece of wood with some tuners, which these are very inexpensive tuners, and yeah, that's kind of it.
Oh, that looks awesome.
Still.
And the harmonica,
amazing.
yeah, I love that.
The
What's
use of
that?
the harmonica is something that, I know anything about guessing. I've never seen a
Yeah,
harmonica
it's just
used.
it's
That's
just a
amazing.
bridge.
Yeah,
It's it's just for hey, cool.
It
It's a
fits,
blues
though.
guitar purpose. It's not. I'm not gonna be able to reach down there.
Just a little.
So yeah, this is a song. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Actually, a couple of my teammates from Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu are in the audience right now.
Shout out.
Gracie Humaita. So Mark and Eric, both great fighters, and our teacher Paulo Coelho, who's an amazing instructor. He's from Manaus, Brazil. So his English is very understandable, but at times heavily colored by his upbringing in Brazil. So there's a position in jiu-jitsu called knee on belly, where you literally have your knee on somebody's belly and you're controlling them and so forth. And he kept on saying knee on belly, knee on belly. And in my head I was like, man, Neon Valley, that's a great title for a song. So I wrote a song called Neon Valley based on that. And that's
Circle.
yeah, and it's a song about Las Vegas in 1972.
When you said Neon Valley, I was
Yeah, so
tracking.
insert your 1971 brand new shiny Camaro anywhere in the song you want. You see the bright light shining, pleasure calls you from afar. Step into the glowing sand till you forget the one you are. Come down to the Neon Valley, I made this playground for you. But I know you wanna be here, 'cause you made this playground too. Come feel the darkness of the light, come hear the wires fry. The brighter it gets, the darker you fly. Wake up in an empty city. Where did everybody go? Where that tall glass tower stood. See the weeds tumble and roll. I thought I had you with me when we took the endless fall. Now all I hear is echoes of the neon's howling call. Come feel the darkness of the light. Come hear the wires fry. The brighter it gets, the darker you fly. Floating halfway up the room. Yeah, there you gotta go. And then you see the fire left dog flying. And there you go. See you come to me, Vegas go. Yeah.
Woo! That's how you play a gas can.
Yep.
That's insane. Have you is the harmonica the weirdest piece you've ever used to put on a thing or on a guitar? Or have you used any other untraditional?
What have I used? I used a set of brass knuckles.
That's dope.
Yeah, real brass knuckles. Zach Morris, him and his wife Marcy Morris have Zach and Marcy Music, and they did this. They do this awesome kind of like modern day Johnny Cash, June Carter Cash kind of
Cool.
gig going in the hill country, and he has one that has a real set of brass knuckles in the tailpiece.
Do you have any other? What are some of the best instruments you made for other musicians in the area?
I made this one's not in the area, but it's in Oxford, Mississippi. This guy Eric Deaton, who learned from Junior Kimbrough and Arlo Burnside. I made him a 1-string fretless cigar box guitar that basically has a State of Mississippi as a sound hole, and then you just he plays it with a slide and with his finger.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah, he's extraordinarily talented. He can make a single string sound awesome.
Yeah, I'm a musician. I can do this. Just one string.
one.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're
one
good.
string. Yeah, he's I have a video of him doing "Rolling and Tumbling," which is a song that a lot of people play. Muddy Waters played it, and Arlo Burnside played it, but he just does it on one string.
Speaking of Muddy,
Yeah,
your
my
sweet
dog Muddy
dog is
Waggers
here.
is really going to town on those sticks over there. Yeah,
he's very excited. Also, he
Muddy
was guarding
Waggers
the beer.
do not eat sticks, buddy.
I have a really good picture of him guarding the beer. I'll post it on social
Yeah.
later. keep posting for that. He's so sweet.
Cheers, by the way. You guys are awesome.
Cheers to Muddy. Thank you, man. This is really great. Damn.
I'm empty.
Allow me.
Okay.
Also, I
It's
saw
a
this
party
picture.
now.
I saw this picture, or not, rather, a video that you posted that was a throwback of Muddy Waters singing along to music. If you do nothing,
Muddy Waggers. Yeah.
yes, if you do nothing but follow him on social for his shows and his music, follow him on social for that video alone was the cutest thing I've ever seen.
He was 10 weeks old. He just got to my house, and then I had Muddy Waggers listening to Muddy Waters, and he's kind of going like, "Okay, I could do this."
I could do this. This is fine.
Well, it's better than his life in the fields a week before. So
See, yeah, rescue dogs all day. Aw, he's so sweet. Do you want to talk a little bit about your new EP?
yeah, so that's
Brother's Keeper?
Yeah, that's something I produced here in Austin with there's a great guy named Gary Calhoun James who has a place called Belltree Studio here in the East Side. Amazing guy, and we recorded that to 2-inch tape, so it was done all really analog. And I got a couple of great folks to help me out with it. A few great folks. Carl Weathersby, who's a Chicago Blues Hall of Famer, plays lead on a couple of songs on Always Will that I played, and on the Brothers Keeper single. And then Stick from Dead Prez, the hip hop band from Atlanta.
Awesome.
He laid down some rhymes on the single as well.
Come on,
And then
Fusion.
Julian Cohen.
I heard that one this afternoon. I was listening to it. It's
Yeah.
really good.
Mhm.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And Julian Cohen, who's a former jiu-jitsu teammate of ours who moved to Michigan. He played drums, and then Gary played some stand-up bass. The guy who co-produced the record, and he
Wow.
at the studio. So yeah, it was a good time. There's 6 tracks on it, really 5. There are 2 different versions of one. They're all originals except for one. I played a cover, Next Door Neighbor Blues by Gary Clark Jr. in town, and I did it on a cigar box guitar with 3 strings.
Cool.
So that was a lot of fun. Yeah, Gary's an incredible inspiration to me and to a lot of blues people. Where he's dedicated himself to in an era lacking in people dedicated to the blues and guitar heroes. Gary's awesome.
What do you have any friends in town that you play with specifically that are like your favorite to go to collaborate with blues wise?
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Carl before he moved to Atlanta was great. Hey, Muddy Waggers, chill out, brother.
We're so
Sorry,
sad.
my dog is I don't know, yearning for sticks.
He's so sweet.
So I'm hosting the Austin Blues Society monthly jam next Thursday, April 26th. and I'm hosting that, and I'm collaborating with Nick Betcher and John Calney. Nick Betcher has been on this podcast before, the Reverend Few, and he's playing bass with me, and John, their drummer, is playing drums with me. So that's I know they're great folks. There's a lot of people in the blues community that collaborate and do jams. So the Austin Blues Society, folks like Gary Woodcock and Catfish Russ that run that every month are awesome. The last Thursday of every month. Anybody who's interested in the blues in Austin can come do that.
And that's at Skylark?
That's at the Skylark Lounge, yeah. So
26th.
Yep. And they gave me the opportunity to host that, which is cool.
That's super exciting. I kind of want to talk about the jiu-jitsu stuff because you talk about it on your socials as well as two of your friends are here. I saw like a huge grin on Eric's face. He was like, "Yes, talk about jiu-jitsu. Bring it up." When did you start? Like, what inspired you to do that?
It was about 7 years ago, and I'd never done any martial arts in my life. I don't know. I realized that it would be important for me to know how to at least handle or defend myself in a situation where I needed it. It also gives you. I was a period of tremendous stress in my life, and much like music, jiu-jitsu forces attention.
Yeah.
You can't be grappling somebody, and where somebody's trying to choke you, and really thinking about your bills, whatever other problems you got. And we all have this chatter in our head, right? Constantly, like what's going on, like this, and that, and any moment of flow that you can find is, and that's what is so attractive to me about music. And actually, jiu-jitsu led me to music because, like I was saying earlier, I sucked real bad when I was younger, and I saw that if I dedicated myself with the same sort of dedication to music as I did to jiu-jitsu, I could suck a little less every day, and that's been happening, and it's been great.
So have you gotten into any scuffles then?
No, actually, you're way less likely to fight if you
That's
people who train martial arts don't go get in scuffles. Except for that guy, he's about to jump into the stage right now.
I've never been in a fight. I think people just see me and they're not like intimidated at all. They're just like, "Get out of here, kid."
Well,
Where's your mom?
Yeah.
I think you learn how to read, like you first of all, you understand yourself. You learn how to read other people's body language much better, and get out of fights. I mean, if somebody really wants to bring the fight, sure, let's do it. But it's
isn't
not
like the discipline part about like de-escalation?
Yeah.
The
I mean,
discipline
they're very
don't be a
the
dick.
percentage of fights that are worth having is significantly fewer than most drunk people at a bar would have you believe. How about that?
I work on 6th Street. You have no idea. It's made me mean. Like, I wish if I knew jiu-jitsu, maybe I wouldn't be really mean to the people on 6th Street that are dicks.
Drunk people can't fight either. Like
No.
at all. Like even like
They're very top
I mean
heavy.
I've competed in tournaments I know a thing or two about grappling, and I've noticed that it doesn't take that many drinks for me to forget a lot about grappling. So it's drunk.
That's why people drink. It doesn't take that many drinks to get rid of a lot
yeah.
of things. Just bury all of the things.
I'll drink to that.
Oh no!
Forgetting stuff.
Oh, forgetting stuff.
Yeah.
Precious. Actually, my mom's gonna be so proud I'm using this as a segue. But I am going to use it as a segue.
Do it.
My mom likes to ask questions every week.
Yeah.
It's a segment we do. She does some rapid fire silly mom questions that, moms would like to ask. Ooh.
Yeah.
Matcha has a question. Also, please don't forget to keep, if you guys are watching on YouTube or anything like that, please comment with your fan questions. We always take them. I keep clicking, but I ain't getting any fan questions. So I'm thinking y'all are sleeping on them, and that's not chill with me.
We're the fans.
Yeah, please comment anytime with some fan questions. But these Linda questions are meant to be kind of silly and a little weird.
Let's do it.
But they're not. Yeah, they're not that. They're silly to a mom's perception. She thinks they're very scandalous, which is okay. Are you a
scandalous questions from mom? This should be a new section from now on. There's going to be a section in this podcast called "Scandalous Questions from Mom."
It should be right. Bless her little soul. This is the as we enter of that. The first one is Scotch or bourbon. I'm asking like my mom. Scotch or bourbon. I already know this, but
cheers
to bourbon.
Cheers to bourbon.
This would be the drunkest music first hand ever.
I
And
was
this is
gonna
great.
answer for you. I was like, it's bourbon. Come on, man.
You know what Evan Williams is really good with? 4th Tap Brewing beer. It's true.
Yes.
Shout out to that.
Kung Fu Grip Robot IPA is the best chaser to bourbon.
It's true.
Ever.
It's a good forward too, as well. Are you a tattoo or piercing person? Which is funny because I met someone here today that, we all know that now.
Yeah. I think, there's a
obvious.
tattoo of a bear on my chest. Eric Axel here did it, Triple Crown tattoo. I also have another tattoo on the inside. I don't, if you ever met Eric, who's in the audience here, I'm not as much of a tattoo person as he is. And I don't foresee myself.
Do you kind of want to come up here? You should be on camera.
Yeah,
come on.
Okay. You
Just a little bit. You know him really well.
Yeah.
This is Eric.
Yeah.
So
he brought all the tattoos.
So everybody has tattoo envy now.
Yeah.
Yeah, your work is beautiful.
My best Eric story is one day where he's like, I was watching a video of myself lifting, and then I saw a big white spot on my head, and that's when I realized I had to get that snake over there. Like,
yes, look right at the camera.
Yeah, I was like,
do it.
I was like, yeah, that was bothering me too. The
sick.
one little white spot on your head. That was like, it was your whole head. Yeah.
So I had to get this all done.
Yeah.
I was feeling like that Clueless scene where he's shaving his entire head in the bathroom, and he's like, he's just keeping it real. He's keeping it real. That's the coolest, honestly. Yeah, thank you.
So how long did
I'm calling your mother. What? Okay.
how long did this photo shoot take just to get this first one? Was it just like
No, that is actually the fresh.
Nailed it.
That was literally so.
Oh,
I
so
knew
this was
it.
fresh?
Yeah, it was. So the tattoo took what, like 3 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I peed once. I was like, let's get this over with, because that's it. The center of your chest is not the most fun place to get.
Yeah, I heard
tattooed.
it goes like all the way up here.
Yeah, you can feel it in places that is not there. So I was like, yeah, let's just let's just get this done. And then he shot that literally right after. So that's like fresh.
The highlight on that is beautiful. It's really pretty. I know you can't see it, so you have to download the album and or buy it.
It wasn't a photo, it just like your one buddy just going.
It was, you took it on your iPhone,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Come through iPhone.
Album cover.
Album cover on iPhone.
This
I
one's a
think
good-
there's probably a pretty good percentage of album covers these days that are sold on iPhone.
But I mean, why not? If you can take a good iPhone picture, why the meh?
They have an entire campaign on billboards on the highway about that. So
That's true. This next question is one of my favorite ones. She asks this a lot. What was the favorite age you've ever been?
that is a great question.
a weird question.
It's good.
I'm
I
digging.
like it.
I'm digging right now.
Everybody says that, and I think that's awesome because that means they
I
like
don't
where
know.
they're at.
It's not. I guess if everybody says that. Can I cuss?
No, but
Is
it
that
makes
okay?
sense.
Yeah.
You watch your damn mouth.
Like we're
Well,
having
I know.
fun.
I host a podcast called Small Business War Stories, where I go around the country interviewing small business folks. Actually, Chris, who runs Music Firsthand, was a guest on my podcast, and I like people ask me, "Can I cuss?" But yeah, I don't know. I like being who I am today. I think
Right.
it's I've put a lot of work. I am kind of obsessed with self-improvement on every possible front, in that to try to make that a driving force in my life. And I like it. I mean, I'm living in a city that I love, collaborating with a lot of artists, working with a lot of interesting people on interesting projects, whether it be music, making instruments, art, jiu-jitsu, different things that I do. And I feel good. I think, especially, you know why I think people say right now for people, because a lot of people, Jimi Hendrix had that let your freak flag fly. Freak flag fly. Bourbon does not help with those
stutter
kinds.
sponsored by Evan
Bourbon
Williams
plus
unofficially.
ESL means those things are tough to say. But and I think a lot of people, once they get to this age, if you let your freak flag fly and like be creative about stuff, things start coming together for you. And a lot of the folks that have been on this podcast, where I'm friends with some of them, they're expressing themselves in a way that makes them happy. I think if you can find a way in your life to where you're not, where like you can find something to do something that makes economic sense enough to like fund either through that or through something else, like your creative passions, and be able to create all the time. That's a damn good time in your life to be, right?
Agreed.
So, that's probably why.
Amen. I love that answer. See, it's not weird that like when people answer that all the same. It's like, good. Then I'm glad you're happy to be here too.
Yeah, I mean,
happy
yeah,
to
it's
have
not.
you.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not apologizing for making music.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
And you never should. I love that. Thank you,
Yeah.
Mom. The next one, food that you hate. I love how the up and down.
Food that I hate. I don't eat a lot of sugar, so anything that has a ton of sugar,
That's
I
fair.
probably
I'm with
don't.
you.
I try to drink all my sugar. So
Yeah,
all
yeah,
my- all my
that's the
sugar
exception.
comes
I'm
in.
like,
Yeah, the sugar that got drunk on itself.
Yeah.
That's
So
the kind of
most
sugar.
of my sugar in my life comes in liquid form. That's a good slogan for. I put that in my t-shirt. In my t-shirts. Yeah. So anything that's like a ton of, like, I don't eat pasta, for example. I mean, I'll eat it if I absolutely have to.
Absolutely have to 4 times a week.
Okay. Well, we can still be friends.
Yeah, well, I'm not inviting you to pasta
All
night.
right, that's fine.
So-
I mean, I'll eat it and I'll have a smile on my face. I just won't do it 7 times a week.
See, that's where you have willpower and I do not. No, I tried.
you had me at drink all my
Yeah,
sugars.
there you go. All right.
I'm there with you.
All right, that's fine.
Do you have a favorite taco in Austin?
Yeah, absolutely. Veracruz tacos and the parking
I
lot.
love
yeah.
Veracruz.
Radio,
Shout
the
out.
Radio Coffee parking lot there. Migas Poblanos taco on a corn tortilla. Did I miss any specs? No,
Bless.
they're awesome.
No,
they're,
that's
I
the
mean,
good
they're
shit.
just legit. I mean, they just know what they're doing,
They
and
do.
they have a sign there that says like, "Oh, we've been on the Food Network," and you have a taco. You're like, "Yeah, you have been on the Food Network."
Bobby Flake and it shared it all over the place. Okay, so if you have a show or tour tradition, like pre-show or pre-tour tradition,
No, I mean, I just try to. I don't know. Drinking whiskey is probably a good one. I always carry whiskey with me.
Truth.
Yeah.
Flask or full bottle.
Depends, actually. Depends on where I am. I do when I have a flask. But yeah, definitely been carrying some whiskey with me. And
I've been banned from an open mic for bringing a flask to the bar.
well.
So
I mean, did this place not? Okay, I have a story about that. So I actually played a show in Oakland at a brewery, where I thought it'd be funny to mention that, hey, here's the, I'm drinking whiskey out of my flask or whatever. And then the owner's a good friend of mine, and he's like, dude, you can't do that. I can lose my license. Like, that's like, and that could cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'm
yeah,
like,
that's why they banned me.
all right,
I was
well,
like, sorry.
shit, my bad. But yeah, next time I'll still have it. I'll just have it hidden. Sorry, Jim.
Same here. When I get invited back to that bar.
they're gonna send you like a please RSVP
I think it's
without
like a
flask.
6-month thing that I'm still in jail for.
You have a probationary period. Macho's like object.
Yeah.
Whiskey
This
should
is
be
this is a
everywhere.
multi-dog podcast.
Yeah, all the dogs, all
Yeah,
the dog
this
cast.
is authentic AF. We're here in beautiful Austin, Texas, in an
I know.
amazing backyard.
It's true.
By
it's
the way,
beautiful.
can we
Exactly.
give can I give a shout out to Chris for
Yeah,
having
shout out
music
to Chris and
firsthand?
Claudia for hosting
Yeah,
us,
you
as
guys
they
are
always
amazing.
do, and they are so wonderful.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you, Chris. You guys are amazing.
Bless
we love you. Yeah, we love you guys, and I mean, it takes people like you to support Austin continuing to be an arts town, right? It takes. People complain about Austin a lot, right? It's fashionable as fuck.
Yeah, it's easy because it's,
oh my
it's-
God! Look at
yeah.
that building that wasn't here, and my favorite, convenience store just got shut down and became a gas station or something like that. And it's like, well, okay, fine, that's true. At the same time, I do want to write a song. I'm gonna give it away here, and I'm gonna give it away. Like somebody's gonna write this. I want to write a song called "Everybody Wants to Be the Last Person to Move to Austin." Like
that's
everybody
genius.
whether you moved a year ago or 20 years ago, like you want nobody else to come here. But it takes people who give a fuck to care to promote things like this, to actually be interested and invested in having the art scene. And people complain, but there are a ton of people like this.
Yep.
So Chris is a great example. Will Bridges, of Lamberts and Antones and Deep Eddy. Johnny Latouf, who definitely gives a fuck, who's like at the Skylark Lounge, who's that's a venue that I played a few times, and that's where I'm playing next week. That's where I did my record release.
It's a great venue, man.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's got soul, right? So there are a lot of people who give a fuck. So I would say to anybody who complains about Austin, like, be one of the people who shows up and gives a fuck. Either create art or enable people to create art.
Yeah, artists.
Yeah, there's
musicians and
there's a lot of room to do that. As long as you're not one of the people just consuming, expensive cocktails. Which, by the way, keep doing that. But you can.
But show it to the place with expensive cocktails that are also paying their.
Yeah.
Performers.
And by the way, don't bitch about covers.
No.
You're spending $17 on a cocktail. It's okay to pay $5 for people who have dedicated their lives to this craft.
Also, you pay someone $13 to bring you Taco Bell in the middle of the night. Like, you can come see your friend play a show.
Maybe here's an idea. We should give shots to people before they pay the covers. So like, I don't fucking care, $5.
You're like, by the way,
is there more shots in there?
Let's talk to TABC and let's get that a thing.
Yeah, here we go. We're changing Texas law one podcast at a time.
That's true.
Like, trust me, guys, this is gonna help.
We're right. Like, what can we do? Shots.
No, but so Will and I talked to. So Will Bridges from Antones and I have talked about this, right? People do have they undervalue music. People claim to love live music, but people really have, unless there's a big perceived cool factor or like fan factor to I just bought a $25 ticket to go to Stubbs. Like all those people who you're seeing, like Dan Auerbach that just played at Stubbs and you paid $50 for, that dude in 2002 was in Akron, Ohio, playing the places that you bitching about your $5 cover right now, right? And I have our sound guy here saying, "Yeah, that's me."
Hallelujah.
Yeah, there you go. Are you from Ohio? Oh yeah. I use SIT strings actually. Yeah, they're from Akron. Yeah, but
small world. All right, we have one fan question, and then I think we should get to your last couple of songs because I'm getting told that we're too good at this. We're too fun.
Yeah.
We're too entertaining. Okay, wait. Easy Airy, please. Oh, bless. I hope I'm not saying that wrong. Easy Eerie. What's up and coming this summer?
So I am putting together a little thing in San Francisco on May 12th. With my really good friend Eric Wiseman, who is he's the lead singer of the band called Blind Stairs. They just came out with their album. And my friend Jim Woods, he's a proprietor of Woods Beer, and he has a beautiful place called the Island Club in San Francisco. And we're gonna put together like a bunch of bands, like playing and doing cool stuff. And then I don't know. I mean, I just keep playing. I'm still at the point where I'm building enough momentum to be able. I think I have about 6 weeks or so. It's about 6 to 8 weeks. It's like I can have one big show about every 6 to 8 weeks. So that's kind of where I'm, trying to figure it out. I have a lot of friends up in the Rocky Mountains. I may go back there. I played a few little things out there when I was there in the fall. So yeah, check it out. And just keep playing, keep collaborating with people. I do want to release an album, a full. So this is a CD and it's an EP. I do want to put out a full-length album and print it into vinyl. I already have a bunch of artists collaborations. I know what it's going to be called. I'm not going to give that one away, but yeah. It's going to be awesome. And to be honest with you, like I'm in a really fortunate position where I've built a business on the side where I'm able to basically be my own producer and financier person, so I don't need to make money from music, which is a huge blessing because I can create what I want to create, and I just want to, do the things I want to do. And I think that's one of the things I learned in my podcast and Small Business War Stories, that a lot of people who start a small business can keep their regular jobs and while fueling the things that really make them go. Yeah. And I'm using that in like my life in general. So.
Sick. Do you want to ask the last fan question?
Yeah, full disclosure, this is my mom asking. My mom asked
some
questions too.
Yay!
And the one before was my stepdad. Hey, Eric. Hey, Mom. My mom asks venues you play at. And we already answered part of that with the Skylark.
Yeah, the Skylark.
26.
Yeah, continuing to, there's a few venues. The Skylark's amazing. Johnny Latouf and the staff there, and they're awesome. I've played. I was fortunate enough to play Antones with the Austin Blues Society Heart of Texas Blues Challenge last August. Hopefully, I get to play there again. I love to play. I mean, I have two sides of me, right? There's like the dirty blues side, which I'll play a couple songs here that are more on the dirty blues side, and then the like more singer-songwriter side. So I've played cocktail bars like CU29 downtown. There's a Jilly Zan who's amazing. She hosts a open mic at CU29. Bill Malarkey hosts an open mic at the Rhino Room. I also play a lot at Big Easy. Matthew Brotnax, who's an amazing local blues guitarist, hosts a open jam on Tuesdays there. So yeah, I kind of have a combination of like bigger shows with like smaller gigs and open mics to continue to hone the craft. I mean, I consider myself very much a beginner. I love to write songs. I love to do this. I don't plan on ever stopping. So, yeah, it's just, again, like we said about jiu-jitsu, life, and music, it's about sucking a little bit less every day, you know?
I still love that. Sucking a little bit less every day. Yeah. Do you want to give us our last two songs for the evening? Give it up for Oso Diablo, ladies and gentlemen.
So Diablo.
Yeah. All right, so we'll start. We'll only play two pretty different songs. The first one's called "Dirty Sugar Blues," and this is actually not in any of the records so far, but it's a lot of fun. And then we're gonna go into the single from the EP, which is the one that features Carl Weathersby and Stick, and that's a song. The second one's a song I wrote about racial relations in the U.S. I wrote it in Clarksdale, Mississippi. But before that, let's get to Dirty Sugar Blues. But we got to drink one more whiskey. Oh, hold on. Priority.
One more whiskey shot. I'm good.
You mean like a tiny, oh God. There we go.
A tiny, oh God, you good. All right. Here, cheers.
Salud.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. All right, this is called Dirty Sugar Blues. Oh, dirty sugar, oh, come and stick to me. Dirty sugar, come and stick to me. Yeah, whoa, come and mix with me. Oh, dirty sugar, you're fire and gasoline. Dirty sugar, you're fire and gasoline. Come in my woodshed, let's burn it hot and be free. Oh, dirty sugar, why did you have to leave? Dirty sugar, why did you have to leave? Your cotton candy burns in my memory. Thank you. That was the best drunk guitar exchange I've ever done. Hold one, go for the other. All right, so yeah, this is Brother's Keeper. This is a song that I wrote in Mississippi and Clarksdale about racial relations in the U.S. And yeah, it was a cool song to write, and it's sometimes a hard song to play and listen to, but it's true. My brother's keeper, yes, I am my sister's love. All my friends and my brothers and my sisters and my lovers, we're together, we're apart, but deep down we're really bothered by the lines and the divides and the killing of each other. All this madness and this hate has got to stop. Yes, I am my brother's keeper. Yes, I am my sister's love. Yes, I am my brother's keeper. Yes, I am my sister's love. My black friends feel like they're hunted. My white friends feel widely shunted. Fear takes over. Love gets shadowed by distrust. Blood-red media slanging stories, but the love they keep ignoring. I get fed with so much fear I'm gonna choke. 'Cause I am my brother's keeper. Yes, I am my sister's love. Yes, I am my brother's keeper. Yes, I am my sister's love. Mississippi, California, Colorado, Carolina. Find a friend, hug a stranger, show some love today. Find a reason to believe, play the blues, watch Little League. Know your neighbor wants to love you, help the walls come down with truth. 'Cause I am my brother's keeper. Yes, I am my sister's love. Ooh, 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 ooh. Thank you. Yeah, check out the in the EP. We do that with Carl Weathers. We're doing some mean lead guitar licks, and Stick from Dead Press laying down some pretty impactful rhymes.
Yeah, I'm excited to get into this all the way.
Bam, bam, bam. Brother's Keeper. Oso Diablo. Available now.
Fresh
Thank you so
tattoo.
much for joining us. This was really fun.
Yeah,
This was really,
Yeah.
really cool. I super appreciate it. Give it up again for Oso Diablo, studio audience.
Thank you so
very
much.
much.
Cheers again. Thank
I've
you for
only-
being
yeah.
Oh, wait, wrong thing. I was like, wait. Bam, ba-bam, bam.
I drank
Thanks
mine
again
already.
Kung Fu
to...
Grip when the Evan Williams is
Right, the Kung Fu Grip and the Evan Williams blast combo. Give it
we
up again
need
for
to-
Fourth Tap.
Yeah.
Kung
Thank
Fu
you
It's
for
actually
Robot.
called
Tap.
Kung Fu Robot. Not
Oh,
Kung Fu
sorry.
Grip.
I
Thank
always
you.
wanna
No,
call it
no,
Kung Fu
I
Grip
was the one
too.
that introduced that ridiculous Sublime reference. So here we go, Kung Fu Robot.
Thanks again to Chris and Claudia for hosting us this afternoon in their backyard on this beautiful
Yeah.
Thank you,
Austin
guys.
afternoon.
Yeah, you guys were awesome. Thank you so much.
Yes, Brenda, our amazing marketing and social lady back there petting dogs. Thank you so much, Brenda. She's an amazing team member.
Yeah.
Ben Levy, our sound guy. Thank you so much. And running
Thanks,
camera.
man.
I know, right?
From Akron, Ohio.
It's true. Please be sure to follow
Ish.
Pablo Oso on everything that you can see on social media, his Twitter,
That's
Instagram.
Also _Diablo on Instagram.
Boom.
Yeah,
That's
and
where
you
I
can
post.
hear about all his shows on there.
Including the
through Instagram.
26th at Skylark with the
Skylark.
Austin Blues Society. Very
Yeah,
exciting.
Yeah, huge thanks to the Austin Blues Society again for keeping the blues alive. I think the blues comes and goes, and it's the root of pretty much every like rock, hip hop, and like everything else
Amen.
genre. But yeah, like true blues in Austin
Keep it
are kept
alive.
alive by people who care. So
People who give something I'm not allowed to say, but he can.
yeah, you can
I guess it's true.
do it. Say it.
It's true. People who give a fuck.
Oh, yeah.
And give it up again. We can get up. If you want to
Hell
support
yeah.
us online, please go to Patreon. You can support us for as little as $3 a month. You can help keep awesome music alive and loved with comedians interviewing musicians.
all it
Please
takes,
tune in.
$3 a month.
Right, it's so simple. Like y'all get lattes that are $13 a piece. If you tune in next week, unfortunately,
not
Luis
gonna
won't
be
be here
here.
because what will you be doing?
Speaking of sucking less every day, I'm competing in the Funniest Person in Austin contest.
Yeah,
Yes.
where is that? Plug
That's
that up.
at Cap,
Cap
City
City.
Comedy Club. It's on
When
like
is it?
it's next week from tonight.
Yeah,
so,
they're all. It's you should go online and see the dartboard. It's insane.
Okay.
Like
There's-
there's
You're gonna have to
200
send me
some
that
people
information.
competing.
We'll do it.
I will. I'll add you on Instagram. Yeah, it's next week at Cap City Comedy Club at 8 p.m.
It's going all
I-
like Cap City's doing shows like for the next what?
Until the end of May, like it's an ongoing contest. There's 235 comedians competing to be the funniest person in Austin.
It's gonna be
and
dope.
If
support your
I
local
completely
comedy.
suck, there's really good comics on my night, and it's gonna be a really competitive night. So come to that if you want to, or stay home and listen to or tune into this thing.
We support
Either
you in all
one.
your endeavors.
Either one.
Tomorrow night I have a show at Cuvée Coffee for not doing anything. Mystery
Awesome.
Music Wednesday. It's indie rock series, so come and hang out with us. There's 3 dope ass musicians that are gonna come in and hang out with us. Do some stand up in between. Next Tuesday is Julia Volante, so be sure to turn into that. Thank you so much again to Oso Diablo. Give it up again, studio audience.
Thank you so
We
much.
got music firsthand. We'll see you around next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right, ready for your rewards? Head over to CIMP.live, and you can find all the full videos and past podcasts at musicfirsthand.live. Thanks for listening. See you next time.